and welcome back to I'll Add It to the List. So today we are watching the final episode of The Haunting of Hill House. If you've been following this channel, you know that I've been watching The Haunting of Hill House for ages now, and I've finally got to the last episode, which I think is going to be a doozy. And I do actually have a playlist with all of the other reaction videos in it, so I'll make sure to link that. So this is the final episode. There is still so many questions. I'm really intrigued to see what happens. Like, is it going to be a happy ending? Is it going to be really tragic? Are they all going to die? I was thinking back to the kittens and the fact that like Nellie's kitten dies first and then all the kittens are dead. And that makes me think that, you know, it's not looking great for them. Also, there's been like 20 visions of Luke being dead, so that doesn't fill me with a lot of hope. And I'm really intrigued as well as how scary this episode is going to be, because this is going to be the first one as adults where they're all in the house, which I imagine is going to be pretty fucked up and terrifying, but I guess we'll see.
What do you think is in there? What if it's a cotton candy machine?
I remember this scene and the like creepy shadow that walks away. Ugh.
This isn't working.
It could be a pony. Something was moving. I saw the shadow under the door. Hello?
Wait. So, wait. I'm really confused. So why? This is Shirley and Nellie outside, like trying to open the red room. And then that looks like Theo when she's doing the dance inside the room.
I always said I'd never gonna do a follow-up to Hill House, and I think this is why.
Eat.
Wait, so is this the past? Or the future? I'm confused. Because she didn't get pregnant, did she? So it can't be the past.
It depends. Where are you?
Dad and I just got to the house, and we know Luke bought the gasoline.
So it's the future. Because they're talking about Luke with the gasoline going to the house. So they get back together and have a baby in the future? I'm so confused. No. No. Oh, my heart is already racing.
Take off the hinges. How hard can it be?
Look, I've tried everything. Maybe with the two of us.
Luke!
Steve, wait!
Luke did not look healthy.
I don't remember coming back to California. I don't remember us reconciling.
Oh, so it's a dream then.
Pregnant.
Not until you chew it up and you digest it and you shit it out on a piece of paper. And even then, it's pale imitation at best. You take other people's lives and love and loss and pain and you eat it, Steve. You are an eater. You eat it and you shit it out, and then and only then is it real for you. And now this one. This little one. She won't be real either. Oh, she's kicking. Oh, she's hungry.
I'm pausing it there because I feel like something horrendous is about to happen and it's going to distract me from this thought. So in my last video, I spoke about the fact that I have this theory about the place of like mold and rotting in The Haunting of Hill House, and the fact that I think it represents like this spiraling thing out of their control that infects everything, and it could be the supernatural, or it could be like mental health and this idea of like decay and rotting. If you remember in the last video, I said that Steve had spoken about when he decided he didn't want children, that he decided it because their genes were rotten and he didn't want to pass that on to a child. And he was speaking about mental health and the fact that he thought their whole family was sick and disturbed, and he didn't want to pass that down to another generation. And now his wife and her pregnant belly, obviously this is all not real, but it's swelling and it's rotting and decaying in front of him, which is what his big fear was that he was gonna pass down this rotting and infect another family, you know? It's fucked up.
If she eats me from the inside and I burst like a blister, will you lose your mind? Like your mother.
Steve.
Oh, that was so disturbing. That was so gross. Oh, she was swelling and rotting at the same time. Oh. Oh shit, they're all in their sleep.
Oh my God.
No.
Please. Please let me come back, please.
Bitch. I had completely forgotten about her. The bitch that stole from Luke, got all beaten up for her and everything. I mean, I know that she's an addict and I shouldn't be calling her a bitch because she's probably going through a lot and really, really struggling with an addiction, but she hurt Luke, so I hate her.
And the puke and the piss and the alley rats are chewing on me right now. Little yellow teeth, runny egg eyes.
Oh no! Oh! Fucking hell! Oh! The fuck? That's so disgusting! Wait, is that like... I mean, I assume that wasn't the dad dying because they didn't really put too much emphasis on him, but he just got like covered in the mold and the rotting. Which again, metaphorically, probably means quite a lot.
Dad!
This guy again, who is he? I mean, I'm assuming we're about to find out, but like, it's been driving me insane. Who is this guy?
This is for you.
I didn't order that.
So that's who this guy is. He's someone she met at a bar. And that's why he's always cheersing to her. What did she do?
You walked out of the bar, crossed the lobby, into the elevator, and you had that martini, didn't you? It had been diapers and bills for years, and you just bought the business, and it was in the red, and life was...
Loud.
I was hungry, too.
Stop it.
You looked at my wedding ring right before you answered.
It was gross. You were married and you were pushing...
Don't lie. That ring closed the deal. You went upstairs with me because of the ring, because the ring meant...
You had as much to lose as I did.
Wow. That's calculated. Also, I'm like noticing a bit of a theme, as I do. I'm noticing a bit of a theme with hunger. So he says that the Bills were hungry or something, and that her life was like loud and hungry, and she basically was just feeding it and obviously having 2 children and feeding them and whatever. And in the Steve dream, she talks about the baby eating her from the inside out and him eating life, being an eater, and then shitting out life in the form of words, writing his books. And then in Luke's dream, she talks about being eaten by the rats, eating her eyes. So there's like a real theme about eating. I don't know what that means yet, but I'm just noticing a theme.
She knows something most people don't. The instant someone dies, they learn everything. And when I die, I'm gonna wake up in that hotel room and have to watch every single thing she did. And that scares her so bad, she hopes she'll die first.
So wait, so does that mean that Shirley like believes in an afterlife? I don't want to see all the horrible things that people have done to me that I don't know about. I don't want to see that.
We pickle it and paint it, but it's still death and rot.
There's the rot again. There's the theme about rotting again. Death is just rotting. God, that's dark. Ah!
Shirley.
Nell, save her.
Come on, Luke.
I know I keep saying about this rotten theme, but the use of black mold in this is so good, because black mold is really bad for you. Like, it's super toxic. People die from black mold. It's dangerous. It's so hard to get rid of. It completely can crumble like a foundation of a house. Like, it's an amazing metaphor, and I'm really surprised that I don't think I've seen it used in like other horrors. Like, obviously other horrors might use homes that are like rotting, you know, they might have like moldy houses, but that's more for the aesthetic than actually using it as like a theme.
So he built a wall to keep it all outside. But those 2 sisters, they were in there with him. So he was trapped behind that wall, afraid and guilty. And his voice left him, and he scratched, whimpered. His fingers were shredded on his own bricks until his scratches just sounded like rats in a wall.
Right, okay. Something that we haven't, like, as far as I know, I don't think we've seen Mr. Hill, like the guy who made the house. And this might be me forgetting the previous episodes, because it's obviously taken me quite a while to watch all of them. But I remember the body that the dad finds behind the wall, and he hears a scratching noise, and to everyone else they think it's rats. And that is exactly what she's describing. So the person she's talking about is the man that he found in the wall. And I don't know if we found out who that guy was. If you remember, write down in the comments, the man that they find in the wall in like episode, I don't know, like 3 or something. Who was that? Do we ever find out? Are there theories as to who that person is? And have we at any point met Mr. Hill?
Go.
Take his pulse. No.
I can't feel it.
Okay, and obviously no, that is his brother. And his brother is dying. You would do whatever you needed to in that moment to save them. 100%. But Steve just put his mouth on Luke's mouth when Luke's mouth is covered in vomit and spit and like froth and sick and blood and sick. Oh.
Go.
Take his pulse.
No. I can't feel it.
She's fucking there, Luke. She's fucking there.
No. No. I don't want Luke to be dead. I know that I shouldn't just want him to survive over everyone else, but I really do.
Oh, I've missed you so much.
Oh, so he's fully dead then? Because he's awake now and he's with Nellie and the mum and Abigail.
It's the world, my love. It isn't and it wasn't, and you never should have been fed to it like you were.
Again, the theme about being fed and eating. Because that's what Mrs. Dudley talks about in the last episode. I think it was the last episode, where she talks about the fact that the house is hungry and the world is hungry and that they'll chew them up and spit them out. There's a theme. I'm telling you, there's a theme.
Don't. Go.
Why does she keep saying that?
Honey.
Nellie's just trying to protect everyone, even in death. Like, she's gone into every single person's dream, brought them out of it, saved them all. What a legend. But that's what Nellie says to him at the grave, right? So when they are at Nellie's funeral and they're burying Nellie, she is like, the mum is in the grave and is trying to like pull him into the ground, so like trying to pull him towards death, I guess. And then it's Nellie that's on top of the grave, like above the ground with the living, telling him to go. And that's like when Steve comes over. So she is like desperately trying to save him from their mum, isn't she? Because it's too late for Nellie, she's gone.
And finally, here you are. Please.
Don't.
No, I have to get.
Please.
Oh, thank God.
We have been in this room. It was your dance studio, Theo. It was my toy room. It was a reading room for Mom, a game room for Steve, a family room for Shirley, a treehouse.
Fuck. So that's what the dad meant when he said that he didn't make them a tree house. There was never a tree house at the house.
Take your tea. Put on different faces so that we'd be still and quiet while it digested. I'm like a small creature swallowed whole by a monster, and the monster feels my tiny little movements inside.
So again, this all links back to this whole like theme in the last couple of episodes about the world like chewing people up and spitting them out, and the house being hungry. Like Mrs. Dudley says all of that in the last episode. And you've got Steve, where the baby is eating his wife from the inside out, and he eats life and shits it out in his writing. And Shirley, I don't know what Shirley's was. Oh, that her like whole like life was really hungry, and she had hungry children and hungry bills, and she was starting this whole new life that was hungry and wanted so much from her. I don't know what Theo's would have been linked to hunger. I guess like the hunger for like love and affection. And then Luke's was the rat eating the girl that he fancied. And then this whole analogy about the house, like the red room literally being the stomach that's digesting them. That's so clever. Like, I can't, that's so clever.
Forgiveness is warm, like a tear on a cheek. I loved you completely. And you loved me the same. That's all. The rest is confetti.
Poor Nellie. Oh, she deserved so much better than what she got. That scared me.
How long has it been since you were here?
Longer than I intended. It was too hard to see you here this way.
So he knew that she was a ghost then? I mean, to be fair, I don't blame him. Like, I'm not sure I would want to go back to the house to see my wife in her, like, crazy ghost state. I think I'd find that a bit depressing myself. But, like, I wasn't aware that he knew she was a ghost.
Sacred Heart's closest. I can navigate. Are you guys coming with us, or...?
Go ahead. There's one more thing your brother and I have to do here. We'll see you there. What?
They're all, like, pretty calm and collected considering what just happened. I know that, obviously, shock can do something to you, but, like, Shirley and Theo especially are, like, talking very matter-of-fact about, like, okay, here's the closest hospital. Right, cool, I'll get the sat-nav on. Like, you just found out that ghosts are definitely real, that your mum and your sister are ghosts, that all of the trauma that you've ever gone through has just been smack in your face in the form of haunting dreams, and your brother almost died and is currently still overdosing on poison, actual rat poison. They're very calm.
I can fix this. I can fix it.
But he can't. And he really wants to try and fix her, like he wants to fix everything. God.
Some things can't be told. You live them, or you don't. But they can't be told. I'm sorry.
No.
No. I'm sorry, Dad.
And your sisters. And your brother. Were the best part of my... Take care of each other.
I was so lucky to be your dad.
Oh God, that's... Ooh! God, that's heartbreaking. Oh, fuck, it's all the... I swear we, like, don't know who, like, 90% of these ghosts are. Like, who are all of these people? Are we ever gonna find out who these people are?
I'm asking you to love me hard for the next few minutes, and it might be the hardest that you've ever had to love me. I'm gonna jump, and I'm asking you to hold my hand.
As much as I, like, I understand that Shirley is really scared and very remorseful, you can't cheat on someone and then ask them to love you while you tell them. I don't know, it just comes across a little bit like she's focusing so much on, please don't stop loving me, and I'm falling and I'm scared, rather than being like, I fucked up, you are about to be very hurt, and I'm about to possibly ruin your life. Like, I don't know. It just seems a little bit like she's still focusing on her rather than what she did to him. Aww. She no longer leaves the gloves. Is that because she doesn't have the powers anymore, or is she like just okay with living with it now? Let me know in the comments down below.
We're here. Clara. We made it.
Oh, the Dudley storyline is so sad. It's so sad. But they love each other so much. Oh. Oh. Well, that was not the ending that I was expecting at all. I was expecting it to be, I guess, like normal horrors where the ending is really dark and scary. That wasn't a scary episode, with the exception of like some really disturbing scenes, but it wasn't like that scary. But yeah, no, I wasn't expecting it to have kind of a happy ending and for it to be more about relationships and love and family and moving on with your life, which I guess is a refreshing ending to a horror. I would have liked to see maybe more in the house. I think so much was leading up to them going to the Red Room and them all being in the house together. I think I would have liked maybe a little bit more, I guess, scares happening in the house, but also just, I don't know, more of the house trying to attack them and them like having to escape. I think that stuff kind of came and went quite quickly, in my opinion. Let me know if you agree with me at all. I will be watching Blythe House, so let me know if you guys have any more recommendations that you would like me to watch, but that definitely will be next. I've had lots of people comment below saying that they would like that, so I have listened and I will definitely be watching that next. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and click that little bell so that you get notifications every time I upload. And if you have any suggestions for films or programs that you'd like me to watch in the future, then make sure to leave them in the comments down below and I'll add it to the list. I am so relieved that Luke's alive.